the first clean single in 1981, David Kilgour has worked with the great Unwashed and Stephen, produced 2 solo albums and reformed the perennial Clean once or twice, or 3 times. We got together with the Dunedin resident Beach Boy for a look over his work of the 80s and 90s.
Well, punk rock hit Dunedin, and we formed the Clean. Hamish and I formed the Clean with different lineups. We came to Auckland in about '79, played some gigs. I freaked out and went back to Dunedin. Hamish turned up about a year or 2 later in Dunedin. We got it going again, and you know, and it was all over about 2 years later. I mean, as simple as that. I got really sick of it. We'd tried to have a holiday quite a few times, but someone would always ring up and say, "I'll give you $1,000 if you come and do this gig," and of course we'd go and do it because we're always broke. So it was, I just really wanted a break, like take a year off, 6 months off, and I got to the point where I thought, I'm just going to have to leave. I got a bit tired of it. I got really tired of having to be David Kilgour, the guitar hero, every night. It got really boring, and yeah, I just felt like a break.
I come around when you smile. I'll come around if I'm within a mile. You're all bitter and twisted, I can see.
Well, it's not that different because I still use a band and I still record with the band, so it's not that different. The major difference, I suppose, would be that, I mean, comparing to the Clean, which was more collaborative and a 3-way thing, I generally have to deliver the goods, so it'll be the main difference. It's still a band, really.
I would stir my hope in my mind. I was blind, I closed my eyes.
We'd all managed to be overseas at the same time. Hamish was in New York. I was in London. Bob was touring with the Bats. And I think it was Craig Taylor who was doing the Bats gigs in Europe. Mentioned, why don't they Clean? You know, heard that Hamish was in London, why don't they Clean to support the Bats here? So that's what happened. We flew Hamish over and we did it, and had a lot of fun. That was it. Then Craig said, why don't you come back next year and do a world tour? And we weren't going to argue with that as long as we didn't have to pay for it. So we did a world tour, and at one of the gigs, you know, Jeff Travis from Rough Trade came and really liked it and says, go and do a record. So we went to do a record. I mean, just like that, like falling off a log. Yeah.
To the hole, yeah, I'm trying to the hole, to the hole.
It's a really hard line to walk, but I try to. I like, you know, I mean, obviously I want to make records and to sell them and make a living out of it, but also I want to have some fun. I want it to be enjoyable, so I try to balance the two. I mean, it's really difficult to do, but I'm reasonably ambitious, but without, you know, killing myself, without, you know, compromising myself too much. It's a hard line to walk, but that's what I try to do. It's got to be fun, and I mean, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun anyway, so.
London.